In America, there's only one way to stop a bad guy with a gun. And for that, Jordan Klepper filed this report.
It seems like every day there's a new mass shooting, but turn on the TV and the solution is crystal clear.
We should arm the good guys.
Whether it's in Denny's or in a classroom.
The only thing that stops.
You want to know what's really funny about these guys, by the way, that like live in New York or live whatever in like wherever place? So what I find really interesting is like they always talk about like, oh, we should arm good guys. Except like they don't feel fucking safe around people with like hella weapons, okay? They mean like, oh no, they have security. They have professional, trained, and armed security. So it's easy for them to be like, yeah, we should just arm the good guys. We should just arm the good guys. Like, you would never feel comfortable surrounded by motherfuckers that are like kitted up, okay? And that's precisely why the NRA convention itself doesn't let armed good guys with guns walk into the convention center. If that was the case, then they would let everybody be armed, right? Everybody be armed to the gills. Why can't they? Because they know it's not about arming the good guys. It's about having proper security, okay? And no matter what, even if you have an actual fucking properly kitted out security force that's with you at all fucking times, like the Secret Service, like Donald Trump, they still take the necessary precautions of ensuring that there aren't any other weapons in the premises.
A bad guy with a gun.
There's a good guy with a gun.
Good guy with a gun.
One good guy with a gun.
There's a good guy with a gun.
Sounds like a foolproof plan. It's time to do my duty. It's time to become Jordan Klepper, good guy with a gun.
The first thing any good guy
Why look at countries with zero mass shooting in the last 10 years? What? Yeah, it's stupid. You're right.
with a gun needs is his concealed handgun license, which in Obama's New York City is almost impossible to get. Luckily, it's super easy in Florida. You don't even have to live there. You can just mail in an application. And once that gets approved, it instantly becomes valid in these 30 states. So all I have to do to qualify for my handgun license is buy a stamp and pass any NRA gun safety course. Buckle up, Buttercup. Daddy's packing.
I've come to the New Jersey Firearms Academy to train with Chief Instructor and Cowboy CeeLo Green impersonator, Lateef Dickerson.
Chief, what do we have here?
We have some handguns, the H&K Heckler & Koch model USP. This gun here is the Glock model 19.
Which one does this good guy get?
You get this one.
Seriously? This mustard-colored toy?
It's not a toy. That is a plastic training gun, and we're going to keep it pointing in the same direction as though it were a real firearm.
Oh, am I gonna hit somebody with the bubbles that it blows out?
It's called muzzle discipline, having discipline to where that muzzle is pointing at all times.
All right, I'll have that muzzle discipline.
Great.
Just want you to know, I don't obey any rules. Kind of a wild card.
You have to obey all the rules when it comes to firearms.
Right, I get that, I will. But
Okay.
who knows, you know? There's a wild card in there, anything can happen.
It can't happen.
It won't happen here, but
Okay.
I'm just kind of one of those guys. I'm a rule breaker.
Don't break any rules.
I won't break any of these rules. No, not these
Because
rules.
someone can either die or you can become incarcerated.
Teach me how to shoot a gun.
Chief broke down all the key points of firearm safety, like aiming.
Contact on the grip, wrap those around, and that's how you aim.
Suck on this metal.
And not like that.
What am
Keep
I?
the gun just like that.
Can't talk with a gun in your mouth.
No.
What?
Not turn the gun sideways. Like this. Keep the gun vertical, up and down.
Okay.
Wow, this guy clearly doesn't know that that's the kill shot. When you turn it sideways, that means like you're ready for the kill. You know what I mean? That's like how will you let your ops know that you slide and that it is actually for the kill shot? Okay? Everybody knows this. I've watched enough movies. I know this. That's how you do it.
Okay, if I hold it like this, can I still say, suck on this piece?
No. Good guys don't tell bad guys to suck on their piece before they shoot them.
What do they do? Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Then I was ambushed by a grueling written exam. It was 3 entire pages, double-sided, multiple choice.
Stop fiddling with it, you'll break it off. That's what my mom used to say.
The test contained brain busters like true or false. Always keep your gun pointed in a safe direction.
That's actually a question.
One's pretty much a no-brainer. It's true, right? It's
There you
true.
go. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
It was tough, but luckily I had a few bullets up my sleeve. You a Cher fan, Chief?
I do not like Cher.
More for me.
Now there's only one thing standing between me, Cher, and saving American lives. Firing an actual, for real life handgun. Turns out, I'm a f***ing natural.
Boom. All right. Well, let's see
Bring
how
it
you
in.
did. All right.
I was trying to hit him in the dick, but you didn't get me one in the crotch.
In this basic firearms course, we just want to keep our shots in the center of the target.
Yeah, but you could make the target bigger so the crotch is in the center. The head, you have and then the shoulders, and the arms, then it comes here, and then right here is just total crotch.
Right now, we're just trying to keep our shots in the center of the target.
So?
Okay.
How'd I do?
You're good to go. You passed.
And then I come back tomorrow and we continue the training?
If you want to train some more, but this is, this is good.
This is it?
You're a good guy with a gun.
That's me?
There you go.
I knew it. I knew it.
Hell yeah, bro.
I'd done it. I'd gone from gun idiot to idiot with a gun. Qualified to conceal a deadly weapon in most of the country. Probably in your home.
I love this. Someone said, amazing that this guy kept his composure and patience with Jordan. Yo, that dude probably talks to the dumbest motherfuckers, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, think about the mindset of the average, like, gun psycho. Like, that guy, Jordan is, like, clearly joking. He probably gets it. He probably gets it like Jordan is joking. But you're talking about a guy who's wearing a cowboy hat in fucking New Jersey, who's, like, a gun safety course instructor. You know he's, like, already talking to fucking weirdos. He himself is probably a weirdo, too. He seems like it. But ridiculous.
State. With all of 8 hours of training, I was ready to handle every crisis situation.
You're not ready to handle every crisis situation.
Who the f are you?
I'm Pete Blair. I'm the director of the Alert program.
Alert, or the Advanced Law Enforcement Rapid Response Training Program, has trained over 80,000 cops to respond to active shooter events. So why was this dude trying to jam up on my gun nuts?
Because you've had 1 day of training.
I see how it is. You want to take away our guns.
I wouldn't want to take away any.
They do in my class, there was a mom and a daughter trying to get their concealed carry permit, and the mom got mad at the daughter because she was hitting the target. So she pointed the live gun with live ammo at her daughter's head. The state trooper wasn't happy, and the mom got arrested. There you go. Also, Chris Kyle. Hello? Chris Kyle in the building at the gun range? That's a sus.
Anybody's gun.
Good.
But I would want to help train them.
Okay. I'll tell you, 30 states, the NRA, and Uncle Sam all think that I'm good to go when it comes to guns.
How many rounds did you shoot?
Is rounds bullets?
Yes.
A ton.
10, 20, 50?
Yeah. And I shot him at the paper.
I would recommend more training.
Come at me, bro.
This is your weapon again.
Oh, this is my
Handing it
favorite.
to you as a hot weapon.
Oh, we've watched these. Remember the concealed carry permit? Oh, dude, remember back in the day when we used to do reacts to this like shit? The concealed carry class reacts. They were so awesome. The shit that they teach you, by the way, the shit that they teach you is the same shit that they teach cops. And as we know, cops not exactly great. They go murder mode all too frequently in areas where they're not supposed to go murder mode. And as we found out once again over the course of this past week, that they refuse to go murder mode when they're supposed to, like the one instance when they're supposed to. So, you know how it is. Continue.
Okay.
Alert agreed to test my Eastwood-like reflexes in the following simulation. There's an active shooter in the building. With my Glock 17 modified to shoot paintball-like bullets, I'm the good guy with a gun who's gonna take him down.
Okay, so you need to be ready. It could happen at any second. From this point on, just need to be ready.
Okay, that was a test run. I wasn't even ready.
Probably not going to be ready for it in real life.
All right, I get a do-over. Let's do it over again.
So I kneeled down and prepared to do battle. And got shot again. And again. And again.
They fired! They fired!
Why was that so hard? That was nothing like Call of Duty.
I told you it's not that simple.
Yeah, but the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. That's science.
That's inaccurate. About 1 out of every 5 active shooter events get stopped by a potential victim at the scene, and most of those victims are unarmed.
Yeah, where'd you get those stats from? Some liberal think tank like Hillary PAC?
No, it's from the FBI report that came out last year, a study of active shooter incidents from 2000.
Including like the Taiwanese church, right? Didn't they like apprehend him and then like tie him up with fucking extension cords and shit when the shooter went into the Taiwanese church? That's the funniest part about like the actual FBI statistics is that like, I mean, yes, they're it's numbers, right? So you can very easily lie about numbers, except like they also show the reality as well. Like it's the same as like cops personally being like, crime is on the rise, crime is on the rise. And then you're like looking at their crime stats and you're like, what do you mean, dude? I'm looking at the report that you put out. I'm literally looking at the report you put out. It says crime is actually lower than it has been. Like, what are you talking about? Like how? So it's their own numbers that actually end up showcasing how wrong they are in many instances.
2000 to 2013.
Obama's
Thank you,
FBI?
Ida Beats, for the
It's the
20
FBI,
gifted subs,
yeah.
by the way.
You believe that liberal claptrap?
I'm one of the co-authors of the report.
I took a closer look at his report, and it pretty much proved my good guy theory.
There are some cases where we have good guys with guns who are able to stop the shooter.
Most cases.
Very few cases.
Half the cases.
Not half.
A quarter of the cases.
The best, also the you know, horrifying, I guess, ironic, but horrifying part of that stat that they are discussing is that even in the circumstances where like a good guy with a gun stops the bad guy with a gun, the bad guy in many of those circumstances have already done the killing. Okay? So it's already over. The crime is over. They already fucking killed a bunch of people, like in the case that the Texas church, right? He killed like 19 people in fucking Texas, and then someone shot him. Like they chased him down after he had already left the church and shot him. It was a small town. He killed like 3% of the fucking town, and then afterwards they shot him down, right? And it's like, okay, well, you know, you kind of failed in that situation. Now, no, I'm not talking about Texas school. I'm talking about no, chatters. Don't test me on this. I'm talking about a much an older mass shooting that happened at a church in Texas. Okay, this was like in 2017 or 2018 or something. Who knows? I mean, it happens like so frequently. So Sutherland Springs, yeah, I guess, yeah. No, that was. I mean, dude, there's so many of them. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible, dude. Fucking, like, what, 11 mass shootings happens is Uvalde, dude. 11. Probably more since now. Yeah, the Sutherland Springs church shooting was when some fucking freak, 26-year-old freak, did a mass shooting at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs. He killed 26 people. Sorry, not 19. He killed 26 people. About 20 since Uvalde now. Great, wonderful, exhilarating. I mean, living in America is just so much fun, dude. You never know. You never know what you're gonna get, boys. You know what I mean? It's just the little things that make being an American more fun and exciting for you every day. Isn't that wonderful? Oh my Lord. Anyway, let's continue.
Not a quarter of the cases.
What's the percent?
It's about 3%.
3%? But these guys said the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. We must not have enough guns.
97% more people had guns. 100% of the time, there'd be 0% crime.
I'm not sure that's how math works.
Pete, it's simple. Gun goes bang, bad guy falls down.
Why are they not? I mean, this is an older video, so that's probably why they're not talking about door control. That's what I'm thinking of. Every time I think about gun crimes, mass shootings, I'm thinking, what about the doors? Are they locked? How locked are they? Door control time. That's precisely what I want to know. I want to know if the doors are controlled.
I can tell
What about a good guy with a door?
Share. What more do I need to learn?
If you're going to have a gun, we recommend as much training as you can get.
Fine, I'll train some more. Alert uses this abandoned elementary school to teach law enforcement to respond to active shooter events. Their on-site trainers have over 40 years of combined experience in military and law enforcement.
I wonder if Uvalde went there.
Training with
The
these
Uvalde
guys,
Police
I'd
Department.
finally get enough training.
There's never enough training. You're never good enough. It's not so much a destination, it's a journey.
But that destination is Heroville in the state of blowjob land.
Huh?
It's just, I mean, like, when you're a hero, cool stuff happens.
Oh.
I've got a condo there. It's Handjob Village, but You guys should come by sometime.
Absolutely not. I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm getting lost in this metaphor.
Yes, yes.
After yet another 4.5 more hours of training, it was time to show them how it's done. The scenario is as follows. I hear shots fired at an elementary school. Police are on the way, but with innocent civilians inside, I have to draw my concealed handgun and respond.
Those paintball guns look fun. Those aren't paintball guns. Those are real guns that are simply painted blue, used for training, but those are real guns that shoot, that can shoot real bullets, but instead are shooting, instead of a blank, a paint, like a little paint round.
Respond. With a high-tech safety helmet to cover my face and a towel to protect my dick and balls, I'm ready to be a hero. There's the bad guy. Mission accomplished.
Bad? Are you bad? Why'd you shoot me? Sorry.
Okay, so that wasn't the bad guy. So where are the bad? There they are. There they are. I'm being shot. Oh, thank God. The authorities are here. I just hope they know I'm a good guy. I had failed.
You guys need help? I'm a good guy.
I was shot over 20 times by 2 different bad guys with guns. And then the police mistook me for a bad guy and shot me a bunch too. Also, I may have shot an unarmed teen twice in the chest.
It was tough.
Being a good guy with a gun was starting to feel way more complicated than movies and video games and politicians make it seem.
It's a complex.
That's why one of the first things they teach you, like as a concealed carry permit holder, is to like immediately identify that you're a concealed carry holder when police arrive on scene. But love that, like, even in this fake scenario, the cops went fucking ape mode. You know what I mean? And they just clapped them.
Situation.
To be fair, though, are you a good guy at that point once you double tap a kid in the chest? You know what I mean? Are you? Because, like, you kind of have become a bad guy at that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you go into a active shooting situation and you end up clapping a fucking teenager in a school hallway, well, you're kind of a bad guy. So you've ultimately become the shooter in that situation. You're helping the shooter out.
You don't want to just give people guns and say you assuming they know what they're going to do. It requires a lot of training.
Who's got time for that much training?
People who are going to dedicate their lives to protecting others.
That's it. Being a good guy with a gun just takes a lifetime commitment to training. All we have to do is...
Just kidding, except we also know that that level of training is still inadequate, and in many instances, like, you know, still doesn't fucking work, because the main component here, the main problem here is humans. Okay? Human beings. We are complex individuals, okay? We are complex individuals. We have failures, inadequacies, and ultimately, no matter how hard you fucking train, you could be John Rambo, you're still not going to be you're not going to be able to avoid the top of the hour ad break. Right? Wait,
Just figure out who the good guys are. Get millions of them to volunteer for 300 hours of training a year, costing billions of dollars. Then make sure they're in the right place at the right time, guns at the ready. And place this civilian army in our 4,700 colleges, 5,700 hospitals, 48,000 malls, hundreds of thousands of churches. You know, America. Just do that. Or...
Shouldn't we just, I don't know, figure out a way to not put a gun in this asshole's hand?
It's not my place for that. All right.
I feel like that's an idea. Just try to get this asshole to not have a gun.
No, I don't think that's going to happen in our lifetime.
Yeah, those fucking... Listen, bro. These fucking potato bags are not also interested in that either, by the way. Do you see who you're talking to? The law enforcement community is like so fucking hopped up on guns. They love guns. They want to suck and fuck guns more than like most civilians do.
Well, it was worth a shot. At least I can conceal a handgun almost everywhere. Sleep tight, America.